Hi friends, welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. I'm Austin, and today's video is the start of my current series. So if you are new to the channel or you didn't watch the last video, I announced that I will be starting up the 50 States build series again. If you don't know what that series is, it's pretty much me going around building a house inspired by each one of the 50 states. So for the next 6 weeks, I will be building 6 houses, each inspired by a different state in the United States. So with that being said, this house is inspired by Florida, and hopefully that was evident by the thumbnail, and hopefully it's evident at the end of the video. So I'm doing something new for the next 6 weeks. I will be doing, well, how do I explain it? Sim valuations is what I've been calling it in my head, and now that I say it out loud, it does sound a little silly, but basically what it is I will be evaluating the price of the home, or determining the price of the home, that's a better word, and I'll be doing that by comparing, housing prices from certain neighborhoods. I'll talk about it at the end of the video. I actually I don't know if I'll stick with it, but I actually pre-recorded that portion so I didn't miss anything, so hopefully that doesn't sound weird at the end. But anyways, just a quick overview of this house. It is a 2-bedroom 3-bath home with an open floor plan. The kitchen, I did kind of something fun with it. It's not really against the exterior, or not the exterior walls, but it's not really against any walls. It's against half walls and is really surrounded by space for the most part. And I really like how it came out, and hopefully you do too. It was kind of a gamble, I think. It's sort of weird, especially for the style I typically do. But I saw really open kitchens, or really unique kitchens, when I was researching Florida homes, so I really wanted to capture that. And the living room is fairly small, but it has, I think, enough seating for the family of 4 or 3 actually that this house is made for, so that's at least good. Also, you may notice that there's no seasons stuff in this build. That is because I did most, if not all, of this build before I purchased seasons, which is sort of why I rushed through the last series, my seasons build series, because I really wanted to give this build the time it deserved, but I also didn't want to take too much time with that series, since it was mainly just for fun and sort of a spur of the moment thing. But I really love the covered patio. It's probably my favorite part of this build, which is sort of sad to say since I just finished it pretty much, but I really love how the glass roofs were introduced, and it really allows for a lot of fun and unique design options. And yeah, I know I did a greenhouse with my fall build, but like I said, I actually did this build before that, so this was kind of my first foray into the glass roofs, which was quite a surprise when I first loaded up the game. I didn't do much, I didn't pay too much attention actually to the announcements for seasons. I mean, I watched the trailer. I think I even left a comment about the song they used, but I didn't really look into what was actually in the pack. So a lot of it was surprises, and a lot of it with the free update was also a surprise. So I was really just happy all last month or whatever. But yeah, I've really been enjoying this pack. It may be my favorite expansion pack so far. Even without a new town, it's been great. Yeah, so I go through a lot of different things with this kitchen. I think this is the final kind of product, though. I think I might change the countertops maybe because of the blue, but I can't remember. And yes, the kitchen is fairly small, but it's a kind of a weird Florida home, I guess. And I do actually, yeah, I do make the kitchen a little bit bigger, but yeah, I kind of like the kitchen. It's something I would probably never do in kind of a Sims oriented build, or like a more, or like a less 50 state style build, but I think it works perfectly here, and I really like it. I think it's one of my more favorite kitchens. And also, I didn't even talk about the landscaping, but growing up in California, I see a lot of palm trees, which have always just confused me. But I know Florida is known for palm trees. I don't know if it's to the same extent as California, where we needlessly add palm trees in to or to like houses and stuff, or front yards or backyards. But yeah, there's a lot of palm trees in both California and Florida. So that's something we have in common. Now, typically with this series, I'll talk about if I have been to a state, but with Florida, I have not been, so I can't tell any fun stories. I actually haven't been to most states, but one day I do hope to be able to go to all 50 states. Sorry, I just cracked my knuckles, but it would be very nice, because so many, really all the states are unique and beautiful, and I'd love to have the opportunity to see them all, but with the cost of travel, it'll probably be a long time before I can, say that I've completed that task. But until then, it's fun just to kind of look at pictures on Google or Bing or Yahoo and take inspiration from it and make my own builds. Also with the series, I don't recreate like homes from like one singular image. I typically will look at several different homes and try to find what those houses have in common. So with this build, I found a lot of Spanish-inspired architecture, which is why the exterior is the way it is. And with the roof, I'm really happy with how it came out. It may not be my best, but it's probably one of my favorites. Like I said, I was really happy with this house, and I was really happy with how I did the washer and dryer area. It's kind of tucked away on the second floor, but it's still not like too difficult for your Sims to get to. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it looks. Now, my one regret, if I could be honest here, is while both bedrooms are fairly small, the second bedroom is really tiny. But yeah, it was just, there was no way around it. I wasn't gonna have a one bedroom house because for the upcoming sim valuation, I could tell you right now that house would have very little value, because no matter how nice the house looks, if it only lives two and it's a house of this size, nobody's gonna want it. That's probably like the second or third most important thing in a house is bedrooms. But anyways, the build is still wrapping up, but I am going to toss it to my pre-recorded kind of segment about the sim valuation. So see you in 2 seconds. So now that the video is winding down and coming to an end, I thought I would now take this time to do the sim valuation. So for this sim valuation and all future ones, I want to preface by saying that I am no expert, nor am I trained in providing appraisals or evaluations. I know the basics, the methods, and all that jazz, but in no way does that mean that this pricing should be treated as anything other than just something fun. But anyways, now on to the actual part, and if that sounds like I was sort of reading from a script, that's because I sort of was. But yeah, so I just wanted to cover that. So basically, for this evaluation, I looked at a specific neighborhood in St. Pete, Florida. There were a few listings for similar houses, and I mainly looked at recent sales. Now, it was hard to find 2-bedroom, 2-bath homes, or 3-bedroom or 3-bath homes, and I was eventually able to find one. Actually, I was able to find multiple, but I did compare mainly to one. So in the neighborhood of St. Pete, which is more of a, I think, coastal place. Like I said, I haven't been to Florida, so I am not an expert, but it has, nice location, which is really important, and it has more, not modern, but more, I guess, contemporary furniture, an open floor plan, and the covered patio. With all that being said, this house could easily be listed and hopefully sell at $415,500, so $415,000. Now, I don't know what that is in Canadian currency or, the pound and Bitcoin, but, changing neighborhoods, changing states would, affect this price dramatically. So anyways, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the sim valuation, and I hope you enjoyed the speed build. Let me know down in the comments below if there's any other things you want me to do with the sim valuation portion. I will try to get that into the next video. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.